Hello, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thought I'd run through a few different bits and pieces today. Thought I'd give you an idea of how I actually got into this business in the first place. So maybe we'll start with that one. The introduction to how I got into the world of selling online and vintage and antique and vintage odds and ends to the rest of the world. It goes back to when I was in my early 20s. I'm 40 odd now, so getting on a bit. And I always had an interest and a passion for history. I always quite enjoyed, fascinating odds and ends. Something, oh, that's been there for 100 years, or someone held that in their hand 200 years ago. Just always found quite interesting. Anyway, I thought one day I had a bright idea. I was like, I'm going to be an antique dealer. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I was always quite a impulsive person, so this would have been an overnight decision. Anyway, I decided to sort of, okay, what am I going to do? I started going around boot fairs and buying bits and pieces, and I actually got a stall at a marketplace, and I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what to buy or sell. I was just going out at the weekend, spending my 20-30 quid on whatever I could buy at the boot fair, and I'd take it to the market, which would run every Tuesday at that time, and I'd just try my luck. While I was there, I'd look around, I worked out what sold and what people were after, and what I found was I was very quickly accumulating more stuff than I could sell. And well, there's a pattern there, I can tell you that. But anyway, I was sitting in I was living at my parents' at the time. I was sitting in my bedroom at my parents', and I looked around me, and I was just surrounded with boxes of stuff that I'd bought and accumulated. So I was like, okay, I really need to start selling this stuff. And I decided to have a go online. So I started selling odds and ends online, and I've got to say, at that time, going back 20 years ago, it didn't take off for me. I enjoyed it, but I didn't understand how to go about selling things online, which is a shame, because had I started back then, I'd be much further ahead than I am now, because now I understand how it works. So I sold odds and ends online, and I actually ended up buying the little market that I was working at, and they shut that down after a few years. But anyway, that was my entry into the business of selling online. After that, the recession hit 2007, and there was no money to be made up. I ended up just selling everything, and I moved to Spain for a year. Anyway, coming back from Spain, and many years had passed, I'd gone into the cleaning business, and I was doing okay at it. It was something that was paying my bills, and it was. We got to a point in the cleaning company where we were quite comfortable. Now, this was just before COVID, and I'd actually purchased, I decided, you know what, I used to enjoy the antique and vintage stuff, and it was something that I used to enjoy. So I thought, why not have a go again? I know, I'll run an antique fair. I thought, okay, better hire a hall. One of the places we were cleaning at the time was actually a church hall. So right, okay, I spoke to the people who run it. I said, look, can I hire the hall and put on an antique fair? And of course, because I worked there and we run the cleaning for them, I had a good relationship with them. They said, yeah, sure, go for it. Now, the only way that I could get traders, because this had never been done before, it was brand new, and a lot of people can be a bit pessimistic about a new fair opening up. So you know what, I will just give them the tables for free. So I funded the whole thing. I gave the tables out for free, and we actually ended up putting on a really successful fair. I made no money, it cost me lots of money, but it was successful. It was full up. We ended up sort of, you could barely walk down the aisles. It was such a fantastic event. And with that, my name was back on the map, and I was back in the business of the antique business again. And through that, someone approached me and said, look, we own a market in Bromley, a weekly antique vintage market. I was like, yeah, I know the one. I traded there previously. We're putting it out for sale. Would you be interested in buying it? yeah, okay, like definitely. I was like, yeah, but you know what, brilliant, it worked. Our cleaning companies at the time, we worked our own hours, yeah, whatever we wanted to. I was like, it'd run every Thursday. I said, yeah, do you know what, we'll take that. It was something that I enjoyed. So with that, I bought the market, got back into it, and then of course I got back to that point where I was there every week and I was buying and buying and buying, and you know, boxes started to accumulate around the house. Only this time it wasn't in my parents' house, it was in my home that I shared with my wife and my children. And yeah, I started to sort of fill it up with boxes of I don't know what's, and I didn't really know where I was going with any of this. Anyway, I got to a point where, you know what, okay, I need to shift it, I need to get rid of it. Should I sell online? I wonder if selling online will work. So I was sort of, okay, decided what platform I was going to go with and just went with it. Now I remember the first things I listed a load of doll's house furniture, and I listed about 30 pieces, and I didn't get a sale. And a week went by, I didn't get a sale. Another week went by, I didn't get a sale. And slowly kind of started to forget about it. And then one day I had a little ching. I was like, oh, and I was like, I completely forgot about that. And it was like it was like a £7 sale. It wasn't anything that amazing. And I was kind of detached from the thought of selling online by that point. And I was like, oh, shall I? So should I even bother? You know, this £7 sale, will pack it up, take it to the, you know, take it to the post office, stand in queue and send it on its way. Yeah, go and do it. So I done it, took it along, posted it, sent it off. A few days later, ching, another sale. Okay. All right. Again, wasn't very exciting, but I took it, posted it, and the rest is history, to be fair. From that point on, I started to load the store, and sort of, okay, but I thought to myself, you know what, if I can make this one sale, then I can make many more. So surely all I've got to do is just keep loading, and you know, overall it will keep selling. So from that, I started to sort of list a few bits and pieces, and then we were hit with COVID. COVID came along, my market shut, and to be honest, I went into complete panic mode because I'd done away with a lot. We were in the cleaning business, so we were a service industry, and we run our business. So there, straight out, we lost a lot of our work. Me and my wife, we sort of basically went down to financially earning barely anything. Had a couple of our customers that were very kindly giving us payment through that time. I mean, a couple. And yeah, we were sort of, our market was shut because obviously no one could go to the market, and that was a massive hit. And yeah, so we were at this point, and but what I did have was I had a garage full of stock. I was like, okay, well look, let's knuckle down, let's concentrate on selling stuff online, and we'll go from there. And I was able to just about keep my head above water, you know, from we lost all of our other incomes, but I managed to keep our rent paid, our bills paid, managed to keep our, you know, our food on the table throughout the whole of COVID, just funding it from the online sales, which was fortunate. Yeah, I was in a fortunate place. Coming out of COVID, my market suffered terribly, and to be honest, it's never really been back to how it was before. It cost me an absolute fortune, and if any money that I had went straight into keeping that market alive, I funded it for years, to be fair, out of my own money. If I didn't do that, it wouldn't be here today. Thankfully, we're on the other side of it now. You know, the market is starting to make a little bit of money again, and but yeah, COVID, that was a rough time. But yeah, anyway, so coming out the other side of that, obviously we didn't fire back up the cleaning companies again because this had kind of taken its place. And yeah, here I am now. I mean, you know, we run multiple shops. I now, you know, I understand the business very well, and I think the biggest bonus of it was I actually enjoy it. I enjoy the job. I enjoy the business because I enjoy. It's like a lifelong treasure hunt. I enjoy going out and finding bits and pieces to sell, and I've got an appreciation for what I sell. So you know, yeah, it's great fun, and yeah, for that reason, I feel lucky in what I do. So. Anyway, that's a little introduction into me and to how I got into this business. And yeah, any other questions on what or how I do things, feel free to ask. But now I'm going to commence with the morning pull of orders. I'm going to do it the other way around this time. I'm going to go through some of the Japanese stock just because, to be fair, because a lot of it's to hand. My wife's already pulled a lot of it, and I think she's in the Japanese stock room pulling that now. So without any further ado, I'll go through some of these. There's a backpack, Reseller backpack there, quite a nice one. The brown with the pink lines, pink trim seems to go quite well. This one went for £87.85. And this one, nice pearlescent pink one. What's that go for? That's gone for £89.95. So again, all of our Reseller packs are pre-owned. They're all pre-owned, used. I mean, these backpacks brand new are an absolute fortune. Hence, you know, we achieve really good money for them, even second hand. So, got another shoe and bag set that's sold. These have gone for £58.75. So it's like a kimono outfit type set. We had a right mad rush on tanukis. I think they're all in here. Look, check these little guys. These little guys here, they're really good sellers and they fetch good money. This one here went for £123. I don't understand the appeal, to be honest. I don't get it. And this one here, we've sold two identical in the same week. They've been online for a while. Sold two of these identical. Got another one in the box down there. And this one sold for £116. So yeah, we've got two of these that have sold the same week. So other ones here next to it, completely identical tanuki. And then yeah, another one here, which I won't bother unwrapping. It's a tanuki, slightly smaller one. And here's gone for £64.30. And then there's, in total we sold 5 of these over the last few days. So yeah, real random run on tanuki. I do wonder when you get a random run on stuff like that. Yeah, we sell them reasonably frequently. We might sell one every few weeks. So they do sell, but to get a random like 5 sell in a few days out of nowhere, you do wonder whether there's been a TV show on somewhere, or you know, something's gone out there in the mainstream media, and people were like, oh, you know, where it's featured tanukis, and suddenly there's a run on tanukis. So it does make me wonder how these random sales come about, where sort of little bursts of the same order coming in. What else have I got pulled in here? Out in the utility room here. It's really nice lacquer tray, lacquer table set, £74 that sold for. And it's all like lacquer bowls in there. And other than that, to hand, we've got here just some sort of kakeshis that have been pulled and so on. My wife is currently pulling other bits and pieces as we speak. There's 20 orders that are going out on that store today, so reasonably busy on that front. Then we have got our vintage shop. I've already pulled here 2 of the dolls that I said in the last video sold, so they're going out today, and they went out for £286. So a pair of the dolls, the Royal Worcester figures, so that's nice to see a chunk of that money coming back. Now to get some more of it back. Next up, I've got some Native American Indian figures. We sold some of these the other day. These are popular. We do really well with these. GD7 and GD17. Let's have a look. GD7. Chief sitting down. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. So I'm sitting there smoking his pipe. And that's gone for £9.95. And the other one's 17. What is this one? Archer. Here he is. Another one there. And together they've gone for £28, including P&P. What's next? Oh, this is an interesting thing. We had 2 of these. They were identical. They came together. NO32. So Wedgwood sterling silver. Well, we didn't know they were sterling silver till we actually had a look at them. I bought them in a job lot of gear. I bought loads of trinket pots and loads of little odds and ends, just like trinkets. These were amongst them. There were 2 of them. They're ceramic, and then when you open them up, like a little thimble inside. But I didn't realise until I sort of paid closer inspection. They were just in the box. I think I paid like £100 for all the gear that was in the box, and there was loads of gear, tons of gear in there. And I noticed hallmark on the side. So yeah, Wedgwood, sterling silver, and ceramic combo. And then I don't know, it might be some sort of enamel on top, but that sold for £100, and we sold the other one for £100 as well. So £200 on them we made. So that was a nice sale. And I'm back. Yes, so someone's purchased National Geographical map of the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. And they open right up, and these have gone for £67.93. Someone's paid for these. I don't know how old they are. They've got some age to them. We've probably got the age. There you go, 1939 map of the Atlantic Ocean. So I imagine if someone's going to take them and frame the pair, it's quite a nice thing. Get them folded up properly. I haven't folded them properly. Over here, I will fold them back shortly. Next up, we have got a egg, enamelled egg. They're based on the Fabergé eggs. I've got the right base. That's that there. They're quite nice. They open up. Again, I think they were like a Franklin Mint thing or something similar to that. £21.95. Yeah, quite nice thing. See, little trinket pot. They're really well made, nicely enamelled. But yeah, nice things. What we got next? Some trees. Grey draw again. Grey draw what? I do have goldfish memory sometimes. Grey draw 10. Something that was listed a few weeks ago, I believe. Not a very old listing. Just a selection of trees and bushes. like a farm diorama type thing. Britain's, I don't know who these ones are by. No, but that sort of thing, you get the gist. And they're sold for £13.95. John Wayne plate, N036. N036, there you go, nice and easy. I've got to get a ladder for that one. Cowboy plate, Showdown with Laredo. And that's sold for £20.95. Some more sheep. These sell quite well. So we did actually have originally when we got this bag was full. I'm running out. Need more sheep. Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, she bought more of our sheep from another shop. I'll check that out. See what someone's bought on the other store. But I'm going to have to start sheep hunting because these are a good seller. We do alright with these. We sell them in pairs. And that's gone for £18.95. Ooh, I'll get to that order in a minute. And that's all for that store anyway. And same person has bought on another one of our stores. Drawer 1, is that in here, drawer 1?
I believe it's AO1, but not sure. Yeah, sheepdog.
Yeah. They are in, it just says sheep bag 1, sheep bag 2, and then she bought some goats.
Sheep bag 2, sheep bag 1.
And then some goats, drawer 1, yeah.
That might be them two loose ones.
Yeah, I think that looks like them. So the same customer has purchased on another store some more sheep and some goats. Really random purchase, maybe a year ago now, maybe some more. Just saw on eBay someone was selling job lots of like 25 goats or something like that. I can't remember what they were selling them for, 30 quid maybe. And they had a few in stock. I was like, do you know what? We can make money on them. I pair them up at £12.95. And so we bought everything he had listed at the time, which I can't remember what we spent, maybe £100 or whatever, somewhere in that region. We whatever it was, we bought 4 bundles maybe. So we got like 100 of these goats. And yeah, over time, we've definitely had our money back out of them. And we've still got tons in stock. But I did wonder why someone had so many goats. In my mind, I just pictured this diorama that someone had on the table, because you see the videos with goats in the trees, and it's sort of someone had a diorama with like some goats on mountains and sitting in trees. And I mean, what else would you do with 100 goats? But anyway, going back to this order here has gone for £45.95. And what I love about that is we can put it in the same parcel as this one, so we can save the postage. So it's 60 odd quid order overall. And yes, that is that for now. So anyway, now that's all packed and about to be, no, that's all pulled, sorry, not packed yet. That'll be packed as the day goes on. It is the school holidays here, so we are going to go for breakfast for the last opportunity this week, and then we'll take the kids out for some morning activities. I think it's a bit of bouldering, a bit of rock climbing, indoor rock climbing, because it's the school holidays and we have to keep them busy as well as trying to get our work done. But yeah, once that's done, we'll be back here getting on with the rest of our day, and I'll catch up with you soon. Back from rock climbing. I've been in the packing room for a few hours, been helping my wife with some of the packing. Obviously we're out for the early part of the day with the kids, so helped pick up some of the slack there, because we've quite a lot of orders to get out. Now in here just doing some listings, getting some work into the store, listing things like this, sort of Japanese stock. We've done some albums, they've all gone down to the packing room now. Done some albums, some Kakeshis. Something like this here, this pair of farmers should be sort of like 60-70 quid. So nice listings. Then on to more Western stuff. I've been doing some small bits and pieces, little trinkets. So I found this bag of porcelain cameos. They're all like little tiles. They're made out of porcelain. I don't know. I don't know. I've just been bundling them up. I did bundle of 6 of them for like $12.95. See how we get on with them. Yeah, other little odds and ends, Britain stuff. Got loads of Britain stuff in stock. We've got tons of it. So forever getting through it. Right, just a little beehive. I have a bag of cows, as you do. Bag of cows. Yeah. Everyone should have a bag of cows. Yeah. Anyway, you catch my gist. Oh yeah, some silver rings. There are lots of silver sweetheart rings. These ones have got military badges on them. I don't think the camera's focusing too well on that. But they've got, yeah, you've got like your Royal Artillery and Marine. I can't remember the name, Marine something. But they're all sterling silver, and they've all got different military badges on them. I can't remember what we do this for. We bought a lot of these years ago. Chuck them on. They're usually about £25 each, and they sell. So yeah, that's me. That's pretty much me to see out the afternoon. Shortly I will be taking a break once the post has been. We're going to go and get our pumpkins for this weekend's Halloween party, because we have a pumpkin carving competition. I'll show you mine. I won last time. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Karaoke, Halloween themed karaoke and pumpkin blah blah blah. Fun and games coming at the weekend. But that's market day tomorrow, so I will be going along to market day and seeing what goodies I can find. It's well, very, very rare that I come home empty-handed from the market. And yeah, with that, I've also got chatting with someone tomorrow. Some exciting news I've got on the back burner. I've got potentially we have another shop opening up soon, and yeah, just in talks at the moment with someone who's going into partnership with us, and it'd be a great opportunity for me to show just how quick we can grow a shop from zero to booming. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Watch this space, and obviously I'll keep you filled in as we do start to build and grow that shop, and I'll let you know how it's doing from scratch. So be a nice one to watch. But until then, I will see you. I'll probably check in again Friday. See you later.